Okay, get that set up. Sorry about that. 34 to 39. We want to use these pictures. This is a graph of f. This is a graph of g. To find the derivatives of h, k, and l. Well, let's take a look at these here one at a time, I guess. Let's do h of x equals f of x times g of x. So h prime of x would be first times derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. Oops, taking a quotient. First derivative second plus second derivative first. There we go, so that's h prime. Let's look at, we're going to use h prime, k prime. Just trying to do all of these kind of all at once. K prime is f divided by g. So k of x is f of x over g of x. So that means the k prime of x, the derivative is the bottom, times the derivative of the top, minus the top, times the derivative of the bottom, all over the bottom squared. And then L of x is g of x over f of x. Oops. So L prime is the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom all over the bottom squared. Okay, so we've got h prime, k prime, and L prime sitting here. And so let's find h prime of 1. So I'm going to plug 1 into here for x. So that's going to be, so I'm looking over here, right? F of 1, f of 1, so we're looking at this guy right here. F1, so it's like negative 1/2 times g prime of 1. So g prime of 1. See, now we just kind of are going to be estimating these slopes. Right? We're going to call that 1 plus g of 1. G of 1 is 2. And then f prime of 1. The slope right there at 1. We're going to try to make these simple numbers like 1/2. It's not quite, it's not 45 degrees, so it's something less, so we'll go with 1/2. Okay, and again, that's why the directions say estimate. So that's going to be negative 1/2 plus 1, which is 1/2. Okay, so h prime of 1. Okay, k prime of 1. So that's 34. 35. K prime of 1. So let me erase all these, make this simpler. It's going to be g of, I'm using this formula here now. G of 1 is 2 times f prime of 1, we said was 1/2, right? F prime of 1, 1/2, minus f of 1, negative 1/2, times g prime of 1, we said was 1, all over the bottom squared. G of 1 squared, so that'd be 2 squared. So that'd be 1 plus 1/2 over 4, or 3/2 over 4, or 3/8. Multiply by 1/4, top and bottom. So we got k prime of 1 equals 3/8. The rest of these are all the same, and I will let you guys check those. If you have any more questions on these, make sure you ask me in class about these guys. All right, there you go.